Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm just going to be showing some coins that I've been keeping in reserve and talking through a situation that I finally come to a resolution with, although it's not particularly a favourable one, but I've seen it through to the end and I can kind of shed light on some of the issues that I've been facing as an individual coin dealer. As everyone knows, I've got a supplier who supplies me from Europe. He supplies me with what I consider kind of cult coins now. Like every time I get pesos in, I've got buyers for pesos left, right, and centre. But he also sells me just your normal European coinage, international coinage. The stuff where people say, "Oh, you got really interesting stuff, Sean." It's just like this comes from one supplier. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of really talk about these coins and what the issue is. So before Brexit, before I actually do get into it, if you do like my content, you can support me by liking, commenting and subscribing. Thank you. I do appreciate every single one of you. I do need to sort out the giveaway. It is on the cards. I've been super busy, super busy, but don't worry about it. It's here, so I haven't done anything with it. I do need to give it away. So yeah, in terms of what my business model revolved around before, it revolved around getting these coins in from one of my suppliers abroad. I've used a couple, but he was my main supplier. And just flying it in under the radar. So gold and silver, for those of you that don't know, gold and silver shouldn't be shipped via courier. There's a reason for this. There is specialist shipping you need to use. And it's taken me 3 months to get to the bottom of what I need to do to get it imported. And I finally found an answer to that. And it was only because it was just a chance conversation I had with a customer. So I had a gentleman contact me from Hong Kong. He ended up buying some coins from me. And he said, "Oh, I can ship XYZ. I use this company." And I said, "Oh, okay. I won't be sharing the company. The reality is I don't want to arm my competition. I don't mind helping out the individual stackers. I'm all for helping out and empowering the little guy. The reality is I'm not going to put ammunition in the hands of my competition. I'm not doing it, so please don't ask me. I won't tell you." But in terms of getting to the bottom of it, I had a chance conversation with this gentleman, and he said to me, "Oh yeah, try this company." So I phoned him up and they said, "Well, you need a limited company to deal with us." And I already had the wheels in motion of kind of setting that limited company up. So I've been in correspondence with my accountant to get that done. The reality is I'll be winding down my position as a sole trader, and I'll be building up the limited company. It's not done to escape VAT. That's a topic for another day, which I've also kind of cracked on with. It's more, I want everything under a legal entity rather than on myself. I'm at the stage where rolling 12 months, I'm probably a 400k guy in terms of turnover, and my margins are pretty strong. So I kind of needed to sort this out and sort out what was going on in terms of the gold and my European supply. Now, having spoke to this company, they said, "Yeah, we'll deal with you if you're a limited company. That's not a problem. However, it may not be cost beneficial for you to work with us or for you to use us as a company. We're actually an insurance company. We're not a courier. However, we work with the major couriers to get high-end products through the system. And what we do is we charge for the insurance." And then he dropped the bombshell. He said, "For someone like yourself, due to how little you buy," and he didn't mean that disrespectfully, he's like, "Due to how little you're sending through the system, the reality is you're going to be paying 2% plus shipping." Now let's put that into perspective. I used to pay spot on stuff like this and chuck 3 or 4% on it and move it on. It's not feasible anymore. If I've got to add 2% on, I've either got to see if the market sustains in terms of the prices. So it has been more expensive across the board, and maybe Brexit is partially a reason for this. All dealers are more expensive on their coins. maybe Brexit is actually the reason for that. That just moves the goalpost. If that's the case, then stuff like this is fine. I can get this stuff in, but I certainly have to be more selective. Like the smaller gold, it doesn't get as affected as much. Smaller gold, I can charge more of a markup. I get it in pretty decently. I'm usually undercutting it anyway, but it's finding the small gold in the batches needed. There's only a few coins where I could whack 2% onto it and kind of be okay. You then got to consider, does the market go against you? You've got to price in the downside risk. If the market loses 2% in a day, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. You know, I'm underwater probably 4 or 5% before I've even got the coins. It's a difficult proposition. This is a speed game, and it's nice to have these in. And I've spoken to a few customers, and I said, the reality is, if I'm getting charged an extra 2%, I'm going to have to pass it on. And if you guys are not okay with that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop importing these types of coins in. And that's not where I want to be, and it's not what I want to do. I want to build a portfolio where people say, oh, I'm looking for XYZ, Sean's your guy. I want people to know that I want my name to be associated with these types of coins, and I want people to know that if they need these types of coins, I'm the go-to guy in the UK for them. And that I can do, but unfortunately it comes at an extra cost because of having to pay kind of the toll booth just to get it sent through. And that's a shame. I built the business on my principles. I wanted it to kind of be fairer. I wanted it to come in under the other dealers, and I probably still am under the other dealers even with the 2% hike. But I'm moving more and more in a direction where sadly I either have to pay less from retail or from the public, sorry, or I have to pay more from importing it. Now I have been working with a few other suppliers. I've been working hard to get my name out there. I've just, in the last two and a bit weeks, I've just dropped 80k with one supplier. I will tell you the story behind that once I've concluded a deal that I'm in the middle of concluding. That will be done on Tuesday. But I want to have a variety, and I want to build up coins that people love and people want to go to, like small gold, especially like 10th francs. They're harder to come by in the UK. I can't really get my hands on hard sovereigns, but it means that if I am importing, then I'm not going to be able to buy normal sovereigns. It's just not feasible anymore. So I'm going to have to run a hybrid approach of, well, three things really. Either setting up my own office, which is in the works, using my UK network and building that up, and relying on the international dealers to get this type of coinage in, and sadly charging more, which it's not what I wanted to do, and it's not where I thought I would be heading myself. I just can't afford to take the risk on my end because of how quickly the market moves, and I'm not playing with small numbers these days. So yeah, I do have a resolution. It's all good to go if I want to take that route. I probably will test it out. It might be the case that I fly over to my supplier and I just pick coins up. That could be the case. I'm actually underwater on all of these. It's okay. I've been keeping stuff in my reserve. I always keep coins in the reserve because it tends to do well, but I need to have a think about what I'm doing with my reserve, what I'm going to stick in the reserve, and take it from there. So yeah, if anybody needs stuff importing, you're going to have to find out the route yourself, and it's going to cost you for this type of product. If you're importing it yourself, it's just going to cost you more, and it's going to be more paperwork, and it's going to be more issues to do it, and that is what it is. I hope you've kind of enjoyed the video. I'm happy for those of you who've kind of stuck out the journey with me. It's been a frustrating one. The fact it's taken 3 months for me to get an answer, and the fact that I only got an answer due to a chance conversation with a customer of mine is pretty shocking. I did actually phone up the courier company, and the courier company just said, just read the website. And it was like, wow, I've already read the website. I know you can import it in. They were no help whatsoever. I just wasted a couple of hours of my time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed gold. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, guys. Bye.